Hello, it is Tuesday, March 31st. Today we are going to learn about the beginning of World War II, and I am doing the sound effects.
Sounds good. Okay, everybody. So as it says on the description, you need to get out your notes outline. It'll help you as we go through this process. I'll actually make this screen a little bit smaller for now, and that way you can see on the slideshow what exactly it is that you need to see. So we're just going to move right through the textbook. You can be looking at your textbook as well, which will probably help you out, but that's kind of up to you. So let's kind of recap over where we were at with the end of chapter 15. At the end of chapter 15, we know that the Germans do invade into Poland, but specifically, how does that all work out? Well, at the end of chapter 15, we talked about how to permit means to promote, and nations were getting away with whatever they wanted to get away with, and that includes Hitler as well. And Hitler got away with and didn't get in trouble for marching into the Rhineland or taking part or taking control of Austria, taking parts of Czechoslovakia, the Sudetenland, as well as other, actually all of Czechoslovakia. And so his next goal is going to be Poland, and specifically it's a part of Poland called the Polish Corridor. That was their access corridors like a hallway, right? And so called the Polish Corridor because that was their access to the sea, to the Baltic Sea. And so that's what they want to take control of. And so before they took control of Poland or invaded into Poland, what they decided to do was that they needed to sign a non-aggression pact, and that non-aggression pact would have been with the USSR, right, with their leader Joseph Stalin. And so that's kind of where we're beginning here. As I click through here, oops. All right, here we go. And so Joseph Stalin is who he makes an agreement with. As we said, it was in August of 1939 that they create a non-aggression pact. Again, hands off, right? I don't attack you, you don't attack me, and hopefully everything will work out that way. Stalin actually, we didn't talk about this at the time, but Stalin was okay with it, this policy, this idea of signing a non-aggression pact with Hitler, not because they were buddies. The reason that they did this is because Stalin had changed his foreign advisors. He had changed his foreign advisor from a guy named Litvinov, which we would describe as being pro-Western. Pro-Western means that he would have been willing to work with Western European countries, France, Britain, things of that nature. And so we call him pro-Western. Problem is, Litvinov was fired, and he was actually replaced with a guy named Molotov. Molotov was anti-Western. He did not get along with advisors from Britain or France, and therefore had no relationship with him. And so they were looking for a buddy in some form, and the buddy in that form is obviously going to be Hitler, because a buddy is better than nobody at all. And so even if it is Adolf Hitler, in their eyes, apparently that was better than the alternative of having no one at all. So as we also are aware, September 1st, 1939 is when the attack is going to happen on Poland. What we didn't hear at the time is that there is a name for the attack. The name on the attack is called a The name on the attack is called a Blitzkrieg, and the reason it's called a Blitzkrieg is actually a German word that means lightning war. Hitler's entire strategy, his war strategy, is to utilize this lightning war concept, hit them before they're ready, and it works brilliantly, right? So he remember how we talked about the buildup of weapons and weapons technology, and I also mentioned the idea they built the Autobahn so they could mobilize. That was a word we used during World War I. We could mobilize very quickly, and so that way they could move into the war very, very quickly. War. Oh, there comes the sound effects. So as this blitzkrieg happens, they're using trucks, tanks, planes, troops, whatever. They all roll into Poland very, very quickly, and they defeat the Poles actually really, really fast. I believe Poland fell in less than a month.